Morning, welcome back. We are what are we? 18th of December. So Santa is greasing the sleigh up, he's getting organised. He's a week away. So what are we up to? Spraying. Tony sprayed our corn here this morning, so just the in-crop to clean that bit of canola on that up. And we sort of got organised to do hay, but we'll finish off our own hay, but there was no dew this morning, so I didn't get out of bed early enough to get that raked, so that's all right. So Brendan's been out. We got finished doing the contract baling yesterday. I actually missed some here in one of the paddocks that we did of our own, so I don't know what I was doing, so I'll try and get that done tonight. Yeah, I drove past it there from a distance yesterday over on the new block and I'm like, geez, the baler didn't do a real good job of picking that hay up. And that's why, because it's still lying on the ground. Anywho, so Brendan's been out, the little Fent and rake were out the other farm. He's gone out and brought the little Fent back and put the little grader blade on, and he's just over at the new block filling those channels that we pulled up, filling them in. Still waiting on the plan for there. I have spoken to an earth moving contractor, just sort of tentatively booked him for in the new year, so we'll see how we go there. And I'm just fluffing around here. We've got the pivot going on the loosen, so I've just sent it back around the other way. So we're going to put 30 mil on it to get it going. I'm just doing a few clean-up jobs here in the sheds. I've got a little patch of barley here that I forgot about. I'm not sure where I mentioned it on other videos. I'll put the batteries back in the header and probably buzz it off. I don't know what, there might be a couple of boxfuls there, but there's too much there to leave to put sheep on. And I have got a guy, old fella down the road that feedlots a few cattle that's been looking for, he's taken a load of barley off us and he wanted more if we had more, so I might just give him a call and run it down to him out of the road. This morning Miranda's coming over, and we also got Tim Lovell from Pioneer Seeds, the area seed rep. He's going to come out and have a look at the corn, so I'll hopefully I can have the camera going and we can have a bit of a chat. The wind is up, so the sound might be a bit crap, but I'll do my best. But he's a good guy, Tim, so hopefully he'll be obliging and won't mind getting filmed. So I'm just trying to time the waterings again. The probe here is saying this stuff could be watered any day, so I'm just trying to time the watering so we're not watering. We'll either go a bit later and then do one between. Well, we've got to do one now and then one before Christmas, which is going to be 2 in 7 days, or we stretch it out a little bit and do one start probably Saturday. I think Christmas is Wednesday, so water it before Christmas, and then we're actually away for New Year's, so for 3 or 4 days. And then try and do it again before Christmas and New Year's. I'm trying to get the guys to have a bit of time off, so between Christmas and New Year's and that, because there isn't heaps going on. Apart from that watering that bit of summer crop, but we'll just see. I'm just trying to juggle that at the moment when it's going to work out, just so we're not chasing water on Christmas Day or Boxing Day or something like that. So. Weather's back. I think it's low 30s at the top, so it's quite good again now, quite pleasant. So got a few ewes that I've had out the other farm in containment areas. There's 10 or a dozen of them here that need shearing, so I'm just soaking the combs and cutters, and I'll sharpen a bit of gear once Tim and Miranda have been, and we'll blow the fluff off 10 or a dozen. Just got the dags here. Dags aren't worth anything, so I'm off just some butts. So I'll just clean them up and I'll find a pothole to stick them in somewhere. That's where we're at. So hopefully these guys are only sort of half an hour away, so we'll liaise again then. See the strip till. Yep. Whether it was the air cart or what it wasn't distributing properly. Yep. So we've got 2 and then 2 and then 2 right across the paddock.
Yep. So with your setup, are you putting down pop-up in sowing?
Yep.
Pop-up coming out at the time of sowing?
Yes.
Yep. So be your map or something like that?
Yeah. So Josh, who we sort of worked in with the planter and the strip tilling, he had a blend, so his isn't as bad.
Yep.
So yeah, he had what did I say, potash and urea together, and yeah, his isn't as, he's still got it, but it's not as prominent. But with the tissue tests, these are definitely low on phosphorus.
Yep. Yeah.
So is it worth putting a high load liquid P over the top now, or we sort of missed the boat?
You probably missed the boat. P definitely helps coming out of the ground.
Right.
And, early growth.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. It's sort of funny. It had us a bit stumped whether it was a depth or what it was, because the plants still look healthy. Like there's no. It's just you'd think, oh, well, it's been sown 4 days later.
Yeah. Interesting. You're not seeing it on the leaves.
Yeah.
So generally, you see your margins will be a bit purpling.
Yep.
So.
Didn't have any of that.
No.
No.
So that's why we were stumped, as John said. Like I was saying to him, it doesn't even look nutritional because
Yeah.
of the fact it's not going colourful like a winter crop would.
Yeah.
Peeled
Yeah.
over and quite colourful, but yeah, this is sort of hanging on. And,
So this was the first job the planter did.
Yep.
Josh bought a planter, and we had, whether it was just because singulation got better the more crop it sowed. So I don't think the planter had been used for a few years. So once
Yeah.
I think everything sort of, although it was sort of effectively rebuilt,
Yep.
population on the other stuff was under the pivot. It was about 97,
Oh wow.
98. So the stand is visually better.
Yep.
But yeah, we've got misses. It's not too bad. Like it was still 93 or 4, and plant population was 95.
Yep.
That's
good. So what's the sow?
like plant,
Yeah, 95.
95.
Yeah.
Yep. You got most of them up.
Yeah. So, but you just, obviously it's a bit harder to tell now, but you can sort of see there are a few there.
Yeah. It's all pretty even.
Yeah, like the other block, and even corn on corn. Like this is corn on corn, whereas the other block we'll go and have a look at its first year corn.
Yep.
At the same time.
It's all looking pretty good.
So Tim, what are your area, for this job, what are your area manager?
So territory sales manager for Eastern Victoria.
Yep.
So cover off sort of going to go to Jerilderie.
Yep.
Cover off bits of southern New South Wales as well.
Yeah, cool.
Probably split evenly between canola and corn.
Corn, yeah.
So,
Cool. And everyone knows Miranda. So Peter, who was with us, who was with Elders, has actually left Elders, so that's why I haven't seen Peter this year.
Yep.
Anyway. Kept sending him text messages and he wasn't replying. That was why, because he's actually left the company.
So get a bit of dirt trial in here, understand the importance.
Yeah. So bugs have been pretty good to date. We haven't.
So you're not seeing too much in the way of peelies. You've got plenty of
Beneficials cruising around. Yep.
So
this is Ladybug, she just fell off.
yeah, there has been a lot of ladybugs and loss in crop this year. We've noticed.
Yeah,
so
okay.
It's been really good. Early numbers back.
Yep. There's a good one there.
we did get some spider mites in here last year, Tim, because there's that dirt road that runs up that way, so
Yep.
they were worse over that side. But
So that will be something to keep a bit of an eye on.
Yeah.
We've knocked the yield around quite considerably.
Yeah.
So potentially in the US they talk up to 5 tonne.
Oh, really? Yeah, right.
So it can have quite a big impact. Sucking pests. Want to get onto them pretty early. with
Yeah.
it, just keep an eye on them. Essentially, if you do get them in there, you're probably running a bit behind. So generally, preventative measures are better.
So at the point of sort of tasseling or earlier, or
Probably point of tasseling. You're not going to be too far off tasseling, and would have thought early January here.
yeah,
Generally with spider mite, around early to mid Jan's when you'll start seeing them.
yeah.
it is weather dependent. Every year is different.
Yeah.
So flood bows flow that way.
Yep. Yep. So even like these little fellas that are behind a long way,
Yep.
like there'd be no, like how can we get him to catch up? Or is it just is what it is?
It probably is what it is at this stage.
Yeah.
So then we're not going to catch up per se.
No.
You're going to do what your earlier
Yeah.
herding will do.
Yep.
The interesting is they are a bit behind in the growth stage. But
Yeah. These ones are.
so about a V7.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot though. V7 to V8.
Yep. So it's had 600 of urea now.
Yep. What did you do last year as far as yield?
We were about 15 and a half.
15 and a half. Oh yeah. So and N on that.
It had 750. The late we did a late one at Tasling because the rice was a PI, so we had the plane here and we thought, why not? We'll just see how we go.
Yep. So 750 is probably going to give you about 16 tonnes. So it'd be about
Yeah,
actually probably a bit more than that 17 tonne.
because what you're about 26 of N
Yep.
to
per
tonne.
kilogram. 26 units N to a tonne of grain.
Yeah, yeah,
So generally work on about 400 units to 18 kilograms, 18 tonne.
yeah.
So,
But I mean, this isn't going to do 16 tonne now.
not them bits, but
Yeah, you know, like we're probably 12. Would we squeeze that out of it?
across the whole thing. I would have thought maybe a little bit better.
Better. Yeah.
The economics of putting urea out at Tasling, is that a good timing? Like, just say last year, say it was
Yep.
even.
Generally we think brown silk, which is just after tasseling, is probably when you want to be doing your last one.
Right.
From there on, the plant will start pulling nitrogen from itself.
Yep.
So you can get your last one at brown silk. It means you've got plenty of nitrogen for grain fill.
Yeah.
Because it stores it, doesn't it? The
Yes.
plant stores it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and just at tasseling, make sure the plant's not stressed from a moisture point of view. We don't want to see any of the pollen getting senesced or dehydrating.
Yeah.
You keep the plants nice and cool and the environment nice and cool, you get a bit of pollination.
Yeah, right. No, just before you got here, we were talking to Miranda about just juggling irrigation now, leading into Christmas. So, sort of, yeah, we're probably running a bit tight to do, you know, two before Christmas. So whether we just leave it a couple of days and then, and then do one sort of one before and then one between Christmas and New Year's.
You want a soil probe?
Yes.
Yep. So what's that showing you at the moment?
That it probably is very close to wanting a drink.
Yeah. Hopefully keep an eye on what your weather's doing over there.
Yeah, yeah. Blue flies. Yeah, so it's effectively saying the 21st would go again.
Yep. So 21st, what's that, Saturday?
Saturday. So we might, you know, aim for Friday. Something.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. I mean, we can do it. We can do it tomorrow. We can do it any time. Yeah, tonight. Like start it tonight.
So
We've got water coming in at the moment. Just watering that loosens. So.
Where is it, Tim?
there's a little But
Have you seen much sun damage in anything you've looked at or
it's
heard
been
of any?
pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Probably worst I've seen is about 1 in 10.
Yep.
Generally it's around that 1 in 20 at the moment.
Yep.
Which is good, but no doubt we'll start seeing a bit more coming in. About 4 leaves to come out for tasseling. It might be a little bit further off than I thought. Can't find him.
Hiding.
Yeah. We've still got a few leaves to come out before it starts tasseling.
Yeah.
There we go. A little bit off. He hasn't got the yellow Y in his head.
Yeah, okay.
Just don't want them taking your tassels out.
Yeah.
Just keep monitoring them.
But
V3.
yep.
Starting to set its cob size and everything.
Yeah, right here.
Important time. What do you use on the canola?
Atrazine. What was the other? What was it? Miranda? Atrazine broad strike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was. Before I spoke to you, Tim, I got Corteva, Annabelle Arnold there.
Oh yeah.
I got her to quiz their tech team. Got a few options and yeah, a few bits just straight atrazine, and then she quizzed their tech team and suggested the broad strike in there. So apparently it can be a bit challenging to actually control, but bang, yeah, Roundup ready. Got a few more options up her sleeve. Which is
Yeah.
good.
No, definitely. Keys getting onto it as early as possible when it's small as possible.
Yeah.
It sort of got pretty thick, and I thought, we thought, well, the Prime Extra and that had done a good job on it, but it just, once I watered it the other day before the hot weather, it started to fire up again. So we just thought, we'll pull the trigger on it. And
Definitely still not a full.
yeah, that's what Pete was sort of saying last year. What do you reckon you needed? Like 5 or 6 generations of them to get them down?
Something like that, yeah. He wasn't too worried.
No.
When we have seen them previous years, like the earliest I've seen them 30th of November down.
Oh, really? Yeah, righto.
But even then, population didn't get going. Just the beneficials got on top of it early. So
they're a bit more even in here anyway. Yeah. But again, we've got this effect.
Yeah.
So
It's probably not as far as behind.
no, being fresh country, it's whether that's got something to do with it or depends which row you look at. Sorry.
Dairy farm, high pH, probably nutrient levels a little bit higher.
Yeah.
So it's definitely he does still have quite a bit of an impact.
It does, yeah. Yep. Doesn't matter what crop you grow.
Quite a bit of biomass in them.
Yeah. So that was a maize update. Hopefully the audio's turns out alright. Yeah, I'm still trying to get the hang of asking people to talk on camera, and it's obviously Tim knew that we've got the channel going. He had heard on the grapevine, yeah, but it was good of him. It was good of him to actually be prepared to do it. So as I said, it's work in progress trying to get people to do it, and these professionals that we get in and showing you what we do. So take away from it, we'll probably run a bit more nitrogen later on, water run it. We just need to keep monitoring for grubs. They're sort of below threshold at the moment, but we may have to spray for them. And then we'll get a tissue test done on the later corn just to see whether it needs any micronutrients, which there's a fair chance it will be. The trouble we're going to have is we're going to run into Christmas, New Year's, so everything shuts down over that period of time, which is a bit frustrating. But anyway, that's just the time of year it is. And obviously just with the different two good rows, obviously corn needs phosphorus, or plenty of phosphorus at that early stage. And as Tim said, there's probably no point going in and doing it now. It's more critical at that emergence early on stage. So anyway, it is what it is. We're sort of working, we're talking, yield estimates and that sort of thing, and it's a bit hard at the moment. Once we get a cob out, we can sort of do a bit more homework, but I'm sort of working on the early stuff doing around that 12 tonne. I can't see it doing any more than that with the little bit I've had to do it, but Tim reckons, look, it probably will, especially the second block. It's a lot better not being corn on corn. So, just talking to him about other guys that we sort of know in the area that are growing it, and using a lot of manure and that sort of stuff, which is something, if we're going to keep growing it, we might have to look at. It's just the economics have got to stack up. So, and these guys are growing high teens, 20, 21 tonne to the hectare, so they're at the pointy end of production, and how they're doing it. So, it's good to get Tim. Great for him to take the time to come out and have a yarn and just give Miranda a few tips and what we're looking at and that sort of stuff going forward and what we need to keep an eye on. So it's all helped. So, all right, corn update. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you now on the next one. Bye bye.